Hey guys, a lot of times when professors offer classes, it's because they are really good at something. Like if you know Greek or Hebrew, or you know how to write poetry, something like that, then you're going to teach the students how to do what you already know how to do really well. Well, this class is a little bit different because I sort of feel like I am as much a student as you guys. And this is a question that I've been trying to figure out for a long time, is how do you know you have salvation? And it seems like the Bible's pretty clear about it wanting us to have assurance of salvation. But then there's also parts where there's warnings for people who think they have salvation when they really don't. And so we have to consider those passages as well. And so it's very important for us to have assurance of our salvation. But secondly, as people who are in any kind of ministry, any sort of discipleshiping program or role in your life, that there are people that you work with, the Bible's clear that we are to get assurance, but we're also to give assurance. And that is really what this class is about. How do we get assurance? How do we give assurance? And the main project we're going to be working on is a sort of end of the semester. You're going to be doing a project, either could be like a sermon series, could be a Bible study, could be a group of videos that you're doing on how you are going to help people understand the assurance that they have. So we're going to get assurance and we're going to give assurance. And we'll be working on those projects throughout the semester. In focus, that's good. So during this semester, we're going to have three major things going on every week. First of all, we're going to have context, and this is just going to be a video or something like this that lays out the ideas of what we're looking at that week. And then secondly, we're going to have content. This is where we're going to have the actual readings. We're going to have videos. We're going to have building your project. And then we're going to have context. And so this is where we are going to share with each other the different things that we're experiencing through the class, things that we're learning, things that how it applies to our lives specifically. Context, content, connection, the 3 C's of success, or the 3 C's of learning. Ooh, that's a good one. So I want to real quick tell us about a few books that we're going to be using. First of all, we're using this book by J.D. Greear, which is Stop Asking Jesus Into Your Heart. This is a really great book. This is a book that you could use in a church Bible study, that sort of thing. And it's written it's not dumbed down, but it's written in a way that almost anybody could understand it. You don't need a whole lot of deep theological background. So this is going to be the first book that we use, and this is going to lay the foundation. Then we're going to look a little bit at this book by Sinclair Ferguson. It's called The Whole Christ. This is our historical text. Specifically, this looks at something that happened within the Scottish Church, or the Reformed Church, how the Reformed idea struggled with this idea of assurance. And we're going to see a little bit of background there too, is before the Reformation, how did the Roman Catholic Church think of this? We're not probably going to read the whole of this book, even though it's the whole of Christ. We may not read the whole of the book. It's sort of long, and there are a few passages or a few sections that aren't 100% relevant to what we're doing, but there's a few on assurance that we will dig into. Third book we're going to use is Knowledge and Christian Belief by Alvin Plantinga. Now, Alvin Plantinga is the most important Christian philosopher of the last 20, 30 years. And you may not know any other Christian philosophers, so he will be the most important to you. But as you look at the academy and Christians who've made a difference, Plantinga, it's hard to understand. His name is hard to pronounce. Plantinga. Is it Plantinga? But I think it's Plantinga. I knew a guy who studied with him in Notre Dame, and I think he told me Plantinga is the right way to say it. Plantinga deals with not only what does the Bible say about it, but in our culture, in our context, we have struggles with how do we really know anything? How do we know what to believe? That sounds a little hippy-dippy, but in reality, we are confronted with all kinds of beliefs all around us, and especially people like the New Atheist, Sam Harris, stuff like this, where they are challenging Christian belief or any religious belief. And the cool thing about what Plantinga does is he uses the same sort of language that philosophers use to speak of knowledge, which would be epistemology. And he lays out the case that it is actually reasonable to believe in God. So those are the books that we're going to be using. They're not super long. Hopefully we can get through them fairly well. And they're also kind of nice color, right? Got yellow, all that kind of stuff there. Yellow, green, and red or something. So they're color coordinated as well. So I look forward to learning with you, because this is a subject that I really need to know more about, and I want to get better at myself, is how to understand my assurance, and then how to also pass that assurance on to people that I'm around, that I minister to, that I'm discipling, that sort of thing. So we're going to get assurance and we're going to give assurance, and that is the name of the game for this class. Really look forward to learning with you and alongside you. And another note, this is an 8-week class. I think it's technically 9 weeks because 4th of July is in there. We'll take the 4th of July off so you can go and eat hot dogs and watch fireworks and stay safe, distancing or something like that. I don't even know if that's still gonna be a thing by July 4th, but it probably will. 8-week classes tend to move really fast because most classes are like 15 weeks, but this is going to be concentrated in a fairly short period of time. So try to keep up, because if you get a little bit behind, things tend to snowball out of control. So even if you can't get everything done, get it done as much as you can, and then get ready to move on to the next week, because it comes at us pretty fast. So encourage you to hang in there, keep up with stuff, and I look forward to learning with you. I think it's going to be a fun semester. Let me know if you have any questions. And we will see you soon for sort of the video of this specific week. So God bless, and let's learn together.